Good evening, family. Good evening, book lovers. Good evening, mountain takers. Yes, welcome to another read and grow session where we don't just read, but we grow, we reflect, and we become. If this is your first time, my name is Ayodeji Aina, and every Tuesday here on Truth and Glow, we explore books. Yes, we explore books that shape our thinking, our faith, our relationship, and our becoming. And what we do at Truth and Glow is very simple. We wish to understand, we wish to transform, and we grow to become. So, if you are here tonight, say I am here in the comment section. Let me see you. Say I am here and tell me where you are watching this live from. Let me see. Tell me where you are watching from. So without wasting too much of our time, tonight's book is a powerful one. A powerful one titled What Every Man in a Woman, and Aina Ayodeji writes What Every Woman Wants in a Man. And this is a book that exposes what men truly value beyond the world, beyond what we emphasizes. So the woman actually states what women truly want, or what women truly value in a man, while the man part actually emphasizes what men truly value in a woman. And we are going to be focusing on what every man wants in a woman for this read and grow, while next week we focus on what every woman wants in a man next week. And don't think this is for women alone. And yes, for this one we are recording, don't think this is for women alone, because men are going to learn about themselves tonight, what every man wants in a woman. So men are going to learn about who a man is and how to position yourself that a woman actually desires you. So women too will also learn how men think, what shapes them, and what we really say loud. So let's start from the foundation. In the first pages of this book, John Hagee explains something deep, which is a man needs are not always the same as his wants. A man needs are not always the same as his wants. John Hagee explains in the very first pages of this book that a man needs are always different, are not always the same as his wants. So let's start our reading from page 1 of What Every Man Wants in a Woman. Whew. So here now it says 10 things men want in a woman. 10 things men want in a woman. Number 1, he wants sexual fulfillment. Number 2, he wants recreational playmate. Number 3, he wants a beautiful wife. Number 4, he wants a committed homemaker. Number 5, he wants admiration. Number 6, he wants a woman of moral. Number 9, he wants absolutely honest in a woman, by John Hagee. John Hagee, please permit me if I'm not getting the name. We've read 10 things that men want in a woman. Now let me ask you, what do you think is the number one thing? While you comment, here is what John Hagee highlights. They just communicate differently. Honestly, John Hagee says that we men, we are not complicated at all. We just communicate differently. And he mentioned 3 things that shapes a man deeply. 3 things that shapes a man deeply. Number 1 is ego. Number 2 is assignment. Number 3 is peace. Those are 3 things that shapes a man deeply. And this book is a book that continuously repeats something very profound, which is a man thrives where he feels respected. Ladies, hope you are listening. A man thrives where he feels respected. not controlled, not compared, and not belittled. Again, a man thrives where he feels respected, not controlled, not compared, not belittled. Our ladies in the house, I hope you are learning. And to every man, I hope you're already shaping your thinking and knowing why. So let's just do a random reading from page 35. Page 35. So he says, there is no perfect man. There is no perfect woman. Many people feel they are not made of the right stuff because they were rejected by their parents or peers, or because they failed at their first marriages, or had a series of business failures. As a result, they feel they are fatally flawed. This is gotten from page 35. Page 35. Unnecessarily, guilt may be the result of having been told inappropriately that you are flawed. As a result of internalizing a harsh criticism, people wind up treating themselves worse than their parents ever did. People wind up treating themselves worse than their parents ever did. I just hope you got that there is no perfect man and there is no perfect woman. No matter what has happened, you can never find a perfect man or a perfect woman anywhere. See, there's a place in this book that says, a man becomes who you believe he is. So after establishing that there is no perfect man, ladies, a man will become who you believe he is. So if you believe a man is a failure, by default, he is a failure. He himself believes he's a failure. If he does not have a strong mindset and a strong identity of who he is. So a man becomes who you believe he is. And that is a powerful message for me, because it means that a man rises in the presence of honor. He shrinks in an atmosphere of criticism. So let me say it again. A man rises in the presence of honor and he shrinks in the atmosphere of criticism. So if you want to get the best of any man, honor him. Honor him. Honor that man. And if you want to get the beast or the worst part of that man, create an atmosphere of criticism. An atmosphere that does not appreciate or an atmosphere that dishonor him. John Hagee emphasizes 3 forms of admiration in this book. The 3 forms of admiration is admiration of his efforts, admiration of his vision, admiration of his growth. His efforts, his vision, and his growth. Admire it and you see. So this is not about praising perfection in any man. It is about acknowledging his progress. So these are the things a man are looking for in women. A woman who can admire his efforts, who can acknowledge his efforts. A woman who can acknowledge his vision. And a woman who can acknowledge his growth. So it is not about praising or being anything that has to do with perfection. Let me say this. Most men don't need a perfect woman. They need a woman who believes they can become better. You know, we said there is no perfect man anywhere. There is no perfect woman anywhere. Now, John Hagee is telling us, he's telling the women, and he's letting the men know that, see, men don't need a perfect woman. They need a woman who believes they can become better. So I need a woman who believes in me, that I just need time and I'll become better. If I find such a woman, then I am fine. I don't need a perfect woman. See, let me also Let me also say this. Trust for a man looks like, see, if you want to know what trust for a man is, trust for a man looks like: 1, consistency; 2, loyalty; 3, a woman who is the same in private and public; 4, a partner he can confide in without fear. So trust for a man looks like consistency, loyalty, a woman who is the same in private and public, a partner who he can confide in without fear. John Hagee also warns women that don't try to change a man, influence him with character instead. Yes, so everybody that is commenting, I acknowledge it. John Hagee also warns women, don't try to change a man, influence him with character instead. Because if you try to change a man, it can be dangerous. Let's do a random reading again. We read from page 35. Let's read from page 47. Page 47. Page 47 reads, how do you feel about yourself? It is a question. How do you feel about yourself? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see ugliness? Do you see beauty? Do you like what you see? Do you want to change what you see? Do you like to think about your future? Who are you? Who are you? Every person on the earth is a unique creation of the hand of God. When you were born, the genius of heaven exploded. There is not another person on the planet quite like you. You have a destiny that no other person can fulfill. God has placed you on this earth for a purpose that no one but you alone can achieve. You need to feel good about yourself. You need to feel good about yourself. I just wanted to just read this part. This is a reminder to every man that, see, there is nobody like you on planet Earth. And there is only what God has created you to do that only you alone can solve and can bring solutions to the problem, to that particular problem. Only you. So there is no perfect man. There is no perfect woman. But you need to feel good about yourself, even in your imperfection. That is where your strength lies. And it is only a woman who has foresight, just like the things we've listed about who a woman should be or the type of woman men are looking for. There's a chapter in this book that actually says that a man wants peace more than perfection. A man wants peace more than perfection. It's not after perfection that you must be perfect. All is after is peace. Men are wired to protect, to solve, and to carry weight, to carry burdens. When home become a war zone, the way a man is wired to protect, to provide, to solve problems, to carry weight. He is totally disconnected. See, John Hagee says in this book that a peaceful woman is a man's treasure. A peaceful woman is a man's treasure. And a contentious woman is a man's burden. Sounds like something written in Proverbs. But John Hagee said it in this book. And a peaceful woman is a man's treasure. And a contentious woman is a man's burden. It's a man's burden. See, after establishing that, I feel that there is a balance to it. We're talking about peace. Women giving men peace. Peace is what every man wants in a woman. But peace is not silence. Peace is not suppressing your voice. Peace is wisdom. Peace is timing. Peace is emotional maturity. We are bringing a balance to it. Peace is not silence. Peace is not suppressing your voice. Peace is wisdom. Peace is timing. Peace is emotional maturity. So if you're looking for what peace look like, that is it. You see, one of the most beautiful part of this book, why I so much love this book, is where it was written that a man desires a woman who is spiritually grounded. A man desires a woman who is spiritually grounded. We are bringing a balance to it. Don't worry. When we come to the female part, you will get the balance. Now, let's talk about what every man wants in a woman. Now, a man desires a woman who is spiritually grounded. See, we're not talking about overly religious here. No. But we're talking about a woman who values convictions, who has deep convictions about life, about God, and who values it. A woman who values her conviction, a woman who has character, and a woman who is disciplined. A woman who values her conviction, a woman who has character, and a woman who is disciplined. See, a woman who prays for a man, not prays on him. Praise, P-R-A-Y-S, not P-R-E-Y-S. So every man wants a woman who prays for him, not praise on him. Praise, P-R-E-Y-S, not praise on him. Let me ask you, spiritual compatibility matters in relationship today? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me see. Do you think spiritual compatibility matters in relationships today? And to the men listening, do you also pray for your future home? You've allowed your wife carry all the spiritual burden of the house. To our men, do you pray for your future home? Do you lead? Or are you planning to lead with love, with purity, and with direction? With love, with purity, and with direction. See, John Hagee emphasizes something that is worth writing down, and I feel you should write it down. See, he said, the spiritual climate of a home is influenced greatly by the women. You see, we've established the fact that a man wants a woman who is spiritually grounded. Now, John Hagee is saying the spiritual climate of a home is influenced greatly by the woman. Just like what we say, the woman is the homemaker. Whatever happens in the home will be traced down back to the woman. So that is why a man's long-term attraction is deeply tied to a woman's inner life. A man's long-term attraction is deeply tied to a woman's inner life. Another thing a man wants in a woman who has value, who has beauty, who has maturity. A man wants a woman who has value, who has beauty, who has maturity. See, beauty attracts a man, but character will always keep that man. Beauty attracts a man, but character will always keep that man. So our ladies, see, beauty will start a conversation. But character will keep the man calling. Wisdom will keep him committed. Peace will keep him present. See, the greatest thing a man can give you is commitment. And how do you get his commitment? You can't get a man's commitment anyhow. It is by wisdom. It is by wisdom. So beauty is attracted to you by your beauty. Whatever beauty is, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. But beauty starts the conversation. Character, we keep him. We keep him calling. Wisdom, we keep him committed. And peace, we keep him present. So, let me ask to the men in the house now, what attracts you first and what keeps you? Women, do you agree with what the men are saying? We've established that a man needs beauty, attended to a woman that has value, beauty, and maturity. I just so much love this book because it will make you think deeper and make you know and look for what you want. Let's go and find any book we read and review here or read and grow. In conclusion, this book actually teaches us something very simple and something very fundamental. Men don't want a perfect woman, like we said. They want a woman who is supportive. Let us bring this into our ear again. Men don't want a perfect woman. They want a woman who is supportive, who is respectful, who is peaceful, who is also growing, who is spiritually grounded, who is emotionally secured. A man wants a partner, not a project. A man wants a partner, not a project. A man does not want a perfect woman. All a man needs is a woman who is supportive, a woman who is respectful, a woman who is peaceful, a woman who is growing, a woman who is spiritually grounded, a woman who is emotionally secured, a woman who is a partner, not a project. A partner, not a project. And to our women listening, this is not about changing yourself for a man. Don't ever change yourself for a man. It is about becoming the best version of yourself for your own life first. And whoever joins you in that journey must match that energy. So this is not about changing yourself for a man. It is about becoming the best version of you for your own life. And whoever joins you on that journey must match that energy. So thank you very much for joining today's Read and Grow. Next week, we are going to switch perspective. We are going to switch and talk about what every woman wants in a man. So if tonight I've added value to you, kindly like, share, and follow for more. Until next week, Tuesday, keep reading, keep growing, and keep becoming.